All right. Oh, wait, Jessica's in the waiting room again. Let's see. Jessica's with us twice.
Exciting.
There's Jessica. Hey.
Her hair.
I know. Hey, Pumpkin. This is the best party ever.
Sweet baby girl.
She just stole the show, and that's okay. Hey, Evelyn.
Is that Jessica that was in your wedding, Jennifer? Wouldn't Jessica?
Jessica Lloyd. She was supposed to be in my wedding, but she was not. Nope, not the same Jessica.
Oh, okay.
But you could definitely get them because Jessica has dark hair and dark skin. She's originally, her dad was from Colombia, South America. So I definitely see. But Jessica has been friends. We've been friends since many years. We worked at McLaurin together.
10 years now for all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long time.
What use what? The notepad? No, you can use it. All right. Well, we can go ahead and start. So welcome, everybody. I am so glad y'all are here for my very first ever Zoom party and Jennifer's party. So let's see. I'm going to share my screen. This is always the part that it's tricky. You would think after a year of virtual teaching that I would be like, yeah, like expert at this. But I think a lot of it I kind of blocked from my memory after I didn't have to do it at the end of last year.
Trauma. You went through some trauma therapy.
Yeah. All right. So we'll do a giveaway at the end. We'll see if anybody else signs in. We'll wait till the end so that they can do this. But Sarah, you can just kind of tell us, obviously Jennifer invited you, but like if you had to decide, like pick one, or you could even say two or all three, like between saving time or saving money, or, you know, thinking about like the environment and your health when it comes to cleaning, like what kind of stands out to you? Or,
Saving time.
yes. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely. Jennifer, what about you? Like what kind of got your attention with it?
Time.
Yeah.
It's just easier. You don't have to pull out all the different chemicals and all the different things. It's just water and whatever products you're using, whatever cloth or mop or head or whatever.
Like you just grab and go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, just like the extended mop, like Jennifer was saying, it reaches high parts of the house that you can't reach. That, you know, saves time by getting a ladder and all that stuff. You know,
you never think to clean, but if you have that and it's a little easier,
Mm-hmm.
it might
It's not as dreadful.
Yeah, it might not be 7 layers of dust. It'll just be 2.
Right.
But it's not as dreadful. I love that. Okay, so yeah, so Bonnie did the very first party that I ever went to. My mother-in-law was the host for it and Bonnie was the consultant. And it was really funny because I walked in Bonnie's house and I was like, I know you. And so then we made the connection that we knew each other from church. And Elizabeth was so little then, like that's when she was still doing like kids church and King Singers and all that with Bonnie. But will you go let me out, please? So like for me, all of these kind of stood out to me, like when we were doing that very first party that I ever went to as a customer, and I had never heard of Norwex before. And so I was very intrigued with everything that Bonnie was saying, but it was right before, or right when I was trying to get pregnant with Brantley Gray. And so Bonnie, let me see, I think this is our next slide. Bonnie mentioned this statistic that there are over 200 chemicals that are found in the cord blood of newborns. And so, I mean, when they're brand new, like obviously, where do those chemicals come from? The mom. And so, right, you know, when I was trying to get pregnant, that just really like stood out to me. And so I thought, you know what, it's a little bit overwhelming to think about changing everything that you're doing all at once. But I thought if I can start taking some small steps and save time and save money at the same time, that's what I wanted to do. All right, so we're going to watch this video. Let's see. And pay attention, there's a quiz. I'm a teacher, so there's a quiz at the end. Elizabeth said it's after school hours. Oh,
Our planet is saturated with man-made chemicals. Unfortunately, so are we. We're exposed to hundreds of harmful chemicals in the environment, and many of those are household cleaners. We assume most chemicals are tested for health risks, but did you know that only a small percentage of the more than 85,000 chemicals in use have been studied for their impact on our health? Or that indoor air pollution is one of the top 5 highest ranking environmental health problems? Or that more than 200 chemicals have been found in the cord blood of infants? Chemicals are everywhere, and they're taking a toll. And the conventional cleaning industry isn't exactly transparent about ingredients. It's time for radical change. It's time for Norwex. Originating in Norway, one of the most environmentally friendly countries in the world, our products are redefining clean. Our consultants can offer effective solutions for healthier homes. Our flagship microfiber and superior cleaning and personal care products provide safer solutions for healthier families without harmful chemicals. Norwex offers sustainable solutions for a healthier, happier world by reducing waste from paper towels and other single-use items. Safe, effective, sustainable. It's our promise to the planet. It's our promise to families. It's our promise to you.
okay, I'm over here chuckling at Elizabeth because she was taking notes during the video.
Uh-uh.
She said she's got to make 100. Jessica, you were her teacher. That should make you proud. Okay, so something stood out to me in that video.
I made a 101 on my English, Miss Jessica. I had to tell you that.
A 101 English test. So one thing that stood out to me in there, like I watched this video so many times, but they said like how companies are not transparent about the chemicals they put in their products. And it made me think of that whole sunscreen recall that was just like a couple months ago. I think, wasn't it like Johnson & Johnson that they were having this one chemical in there that was so bad and they had never put it on their label?
I think it was Neutrogena.
Yeah.
Think.
Oh, it was because that's what Brant was using. He had some skin cancer, and that's what his dermatologist
Mhm.
told him to use to prevent cancer. Like, yeah. So we had to find something new. All right. So is there anything like before, I was going to show our quiz questions, but anything that really stood out to y'all? Let's see. Okay. So this was in the video. How many chemicals are in use today? Well,
C.
they can't see the bar.
I
C.
say B too.
Oh, B.
And Sarah, I think you said B too, right?
I said C.
Oh, my bad.
So 1B, 1C, Bonnie and Jessica probably, they maybe already know. The answer is D.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Failed, Sarah. We failed.
It said,
How many questions?
there's one more.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
You can get it.
We failed.
Maybe I'll think of some more as we go. So over 86,000 chemicals in use today. Okay, that's scary enough on its own, but this one is even kind of scarier. Out of those chemicals, how many have been tested for human safety?
200.
5.
5. Thankfully, it's more than 5.
I failed.
200.
Yeah, it's not much more. It's
Okay,
200.
Sarah.
So all these chemicals that are in our products, like, well, not our Norwex products, but just in general, like they have not necessarily been tested to see how they affect you when you bring them into your home. And then even the ones that have not really been tested together. So like what happens when you mix this chemical with this chemical, how does that change it? And does that affect its safety for bringing it into the home? All right. So there are 3 ways to clean just in general. Number 1, using heat. That would be like steam cleaning. We don't use that too often in our homes. Probably for most people, number 2 would be the kind of most common, using sprays and wipes, using chemicals like as pesticides to try to kill things and get rid of all that might be on your surfaces. And then number 3 is mechanical cleaning. This is how Norwex cleans. So to think about the difference, chemical cleaning would be like if you have weeds out in your driveway or out in your yard and you go and spray Roundup. And that Roundup's going to kill the weeds, but you got to be careful. Like you don't want your kids running around in the yard or the dog out in the yard when you've sprayed that. And then when it works, you still have those dead weeds left that you have to go and then pull up. Otherwise, everybody will see them in your yard. Number 3, the mechanical cleaning, like with Norwex, we actually remove the germs and the bacteria from the surface just using our cloths and water. This would be like going out to your yard or out to your driveway and just pulling the weeds to begin with. It's safe. You don't have to use any of the chemicals and you're not left with the dead weeds making everything look ugly. So this is probably like, we all recognize this, even though the label is covered. This is probably one of the number 1 products, like the go-to products that people use when they think, oh my gosh, I've got germs. Huh? Oh, Elizabeth said her teacher cleaned her desk at school with it today. Oh, you sat somewhere else?
Yeah,
Good for you.
I was like annoyed by Caitlin.
So we grab these, we think, okay, we're going to get rid of all the germs, get rid of all the bacteria. We're not going to have to worry about it anymore. But very few people actually read the labels on them. And so they just flat out say it is hazardous to humans and domestic animals. A lot of people don't think about these actually being a pesticide, but they are. And, if you were to ask people, just, walking down the street, do a survey, would you use pesticides inside your house? Most people are going to be like, oh my gosh, no, but we do. And so another thing that people don't generally think about when they use these wipes is that most of them, you have to leave the surface visibly wet for 4 minutes for the product to actually work properly. Depending on the brand, that goes up to 10 minutes. And so I don't know anybody who takes the time or uses enough wipes to do that. And I mean, Jennifer was a teacher, Jessica's a teacher, me being a teacher, we try to save money. We don't want to waste the wipes. And so like at school, I would use 1 wipe for as many desks as I could. Instead of using enough on 1 desk. I mean, who has the time for that, for it to stay wet for 4 minutes? It's just not going to happen. So at that point, you still have all the germs and bacteria on your surface, and now you've just coated them all in chemicals and you haven't killed them anyway. If you do use them properly, then you have all the dead germs and bacteria on your surface, and that's nasty too. So, ugh. Huh? And well, yeah, you've got all the chemical residue left too. And that's why it says, especially with number 3 there, like if you're using this in your kitchen, like when you cook with chicken or something, if it's going to come in contact with your food, you need to wipe it off. So if you're using water to wipe it off anyway, why not just start with that? Funny story about wipes, y'all. Brantley Gray, he cracks me up. So yesterday we were at Elizabeth's cross country meet and they had porta potties, and one of the moms had baby wipes, like to wipe hands off. And so I got a couple baby wipes out for him. He said, "Mama, those are chemicals." Like he thought that they were like this. My 3-year-old knows, "Mama, those chemicals." And like, he did not want to wipe his hands. It was a proud moment. Okay, so how does Norwex pick up this, the germs and the bacteria? How do we get rid of it? So we can see a couple little pictures over here on the right that microfiber kind of has like this star shape on the end of it. And what that does is that grabs things as you're wiping your surface. Norwex microfiber is 1/200th the size of a human hair. So just kind of as a comparison, maybe, gotta love Zoom. Oh, sorry, my slides were in a different order, sorry. this is what Norwex microfiber looks like when it's working. So it might be a little bit hard to see, especially if you're on your phone, but like in the microfiber, it's got these little plus charges, and then all these little dirt particles have little negative charges on it. So as you're wiping, it's like the positive ions are bringing in the negatives and just sucking them right up into the cloth. What, babe?
I learned about that today.
You learned about that. That's good. When you clean just with a regular old washcloth, non-Norwex, it's a lot like cleaning with a beach ball. I really liked this analogy because it just pushes the dirt around. And the same thing happens when you use the wipes. It's really just pushing it around on your surface instead of picking it up. When you clean with Norwex, it's like using a shovel to scoop it up and get it out of the way. Okay, so this is the slide that I thought was coming next. The 1/200th of a human hair. So on the left, we've got just a strand of human hair, regular microfiber. When you go to Dollar Tree or Walmart or Target or whatever, you can pick up a pack of microfiber cloths. But if you do that and then you have a Norwex cloth, you can feel the difference in the quality. So regular microfiber that you would get from the store, to be microfiber, it has to be 1/6 of a human hair. So like imagine yourself with one hair, 6 split ends. And that's what we, oh, sorry, y'all. That's what we have over here on the right. Now, I did not take the time to count all these little itty bitty blues in the middle, but Norwex microfiber is 1/200th. So why is that a big deal? Why do we do that? Because when you take our cloth, and I'm going to show you a demo with this in just a minute, but when you take our cloth and you wipe the surface, whatever it is you're wiping down, those little itty bitty fine fibers with those little star-shaped ends are going to get into every little nook and cranny and give you a really, really deep clean. So the second thing that sets our cloths apart from like what you would get just at the store in the mega pack of microfiber is it is incredibly dense. Like if we hold this up to the light, you know, you're not going to see through it. Okay. I always like to say that if we were to take this cloth and unravel it, if Jennifer, our lovely host, was going to take one end, I would take the other, and we start walking, where would we end up, Elizabeth?
From Canada to the Gulf of Mexico.
From Canada to the Gulf of Mexico.
I've been
In
answering that question for a long time.
she's been answering that question for a long time. So again, why is this a big deal? Why does Norwex put that much into one cloth? Because when you're cleaning up all these surfaces, it's going to hold all of that in and not smear it around like from one counter to the other. It's going to hold it in until you wash this cloth out. Okay, so Norwex microfiber is very, very clean. We don't have any of those harsh chemicals. In fact, that's Norwex's mission, is to remove toxic chemicals from your life as much as possible. And we just are going to use water to remove 99% of bacteria from your surface. And you can use this cloth anywhere in your home. This cloth right here is called the Enviro cloth, and I'll show you because if you start to get a good collection, you might forget, you know, which cloth is which until you get used to using them. And all of our cloths are, sorry, there's an app. All of our cloths are labeled, so you'll know which one is which when you start to get a good collection of them.
What do you wash it with?
That's a really good question. We're going to talk about our laundry detergent in a few minutes, but you can use basically any sort of like free and clear type detergent, and we'll talk about why in a few minutes, but that is a really, really good question. What you want to do, like, let's say I'm just cleaning up after supper, you know, I'm wiping off all my counters. You can take this cloth, run it under real hot water, you kind of scrub it against itself to open up the fibers, rinse it out real good, and then you just hang it up to dry. And you're not going to get, sorry, y'all, there is.
We should bring one of those to my cross country meets like this.
Bring an Enviro cloth to your cross country meet? Just to wipe your hands off?
My legs.
Oh yeah, she ran in the pouring down rain yesterday and got all muddy. Brant did wipe you down with Norwex.
Not an environmental.
No, but a towel.
No, I'm talking about an environment.
Okay, so, she sometimes distracts me when we're doing these. But when you rinse this off under that real hot water and hang it up to dry, our microfiber, and this is one of the things that I absolutely love the most about it, that I think really sets it apart from anything else that you can buy that would be called microfiber, is something called our backlock technology. And what that is our cloths are embedded with microsilver. Okay, so why is that a big deal? So silver is a huge thing, like in the medical field, because it inhibits the growth of bacteria and mold and things like that. So when you rinse this out, hang it up to dry, you're not going to get that like stinky kitchen cloth smell, or like in the bathroom, that stinky washcloth smell. Because do you know what is causing that smell? Anybody know? Do you know, Jennifer? You're making a face.
Yes, your body germs. It's your oils and
It's bacteria.
yeah.
Yeah, so the bacteria that's growing, like in your kitchen sponge and things like that, like that's bacteria. And so because the bacteria cannot grow in these cloths, you're not going to get that nasty, stinky kitchen cloth smell, or, you know, washcloth smell nearly as quickly as you would with like just a regular cotton cloth. And so, or even other microfiber, because other microfiber, you know, it might clean well, but it does not have the microsilver in it. And so one question that a lot of people ask is, well, is the silver going to come out? Like, is it going to leach out? Is it going to be less effective over time? And the answer is no, because when this cloth is made, the silver is embedded into the fibers like coffee creamer into coffee. Like once you put them together, you can't get them separated.
Oh,
Yes. You didn't know that?
I've never heard it like said like that.
Yeah. Yeah. When I first heard that, I was like, that makes so much sense.
Good
Yeah. And so, I mean, it's in there, like it's not gonna come out, because I know some people kind of have that concern, like for the environment, you know, they don't want it like leaching into the water source or whatever, and that's not going to happen. Okay, so this is just kind of how, I know sometimes we have like sciencey people, so this is how the silver works. That if we have this bacteria right here, the silver is going to attach itself to the bacteria wall, and it will block basically the food source from coming into the bacteria. So the first thing it's going to do is starve the bacteria. It doesn't have a food source. The second thing that it's going to do is it will go into the bacteria, and it says it blocks the respiratory system. So basically the bacteria is going to suffocate. And then number three, this, I heard this analogy one time that silver is like birth control for bacteria, because it makes it where it cannot replicate. Yes, birth control, like Norwex is birth control for bacteria. I love it. But it can't replicate. And so when you hang this cloth up to dry, after you rinse it out real good, all that starts happening, and there's not going to be any more bacteria in your cloth. Okay, so then the big question is, can you really replace all of these items with Norwex? And one thing, when I put this picture in here, like I noticed there's not even actually any laundry products in here. I mean, I see like Dawn and Windex type stuff, and lots of sprays and lots of cleaners for like your kitchen, your bathroom, all over your house, really.
Any laundry in there?
Yeah. But like, so maybe Jennifer and Jessica and Bonnie, this might not apply as much to you, but like Sarah, if you picture like under your kitchen sink or under your
It looks just
bathroom-
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I mean, mine did too. And in the laundry cabinet and in the bathroom, like it was everywhere.
Mhm.
So first of all, think about like how much money, you know, you're going to spend on all these different things, because you've got one for glass, you've got one for, you know, regular countertops, one for whatever, like one for wood and one for the floors. And so can we
I
really
have a question, Lindsay.
go ahead?
Okay, so I get the whole chemical, it's dangerous, but as far as the smell, you want a fresh, clean smell.
Yes.
So that's why I prefer to use chemicals, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
Oh, that makes
So-
perfect sense. Yes, like, yeah,
It just feels like it's not clean if you can't smell it.
that is probably like the number one thing that I hear from people who are new to Norwex. Absolutely. And so I have done a little bit of research on it and just like, thank you. Being a consultant, like I'm part of different groups and whatever that kind of share information about this. And so one thing that really stuck with me, and this was right after Brantley Gray was born, and I had not switched to all Norwex yet. And I was using that exact same bottle of Blue Dawn that's in this picture. And then I read that the scent in Dawn dish detergent comes from formaldehyde.
Oh.
And I was like, it's what they embalm bodies with. Yeah. Elizabeth was like, what's that?
Fragrance is one of the top things too that like they just say fragrance. You never really know what all that comes with.
Yeah. And
Is
so,
what me out.
yeah. And like, so then I was like, okay, I'm washing my baby's bottles with formaldehyde. Like, so when I started hearing a few things like that, it made it a little bit easier to switch over. There are products that have safer scents. There's actually an app called Think Dirty, and you can download it. And like, when I first did it, I was just walking around Walmart, like scanning everything I could find. And it will tell you, it will give you a rating. I think it's like 1 to 10 of like how safe they consider the products. And they put like a lot of times all the ingredients could be pretty okay. And then it's the fragrance that will make it be like real dangerous, like Dreft baby soap, like baby detergent is marketed, where it's supposed to be safe for babies and, baby's skin is so sensitive. And it's, I think like an 8 or a 9. Do you remember, Jessica, how, like what Dreft is on there? It's like,
Yeah,
an 8 or 9,
really.
because of fragrance.
So I do love scents too, like especially like with laundry. You're used to it coming out so warm and kind of having
Uh-huh.
to it. So like when I use the dryer balls, I'll put essential oil in that. And I know that we have the detergent that also has the lavender scent. But so when I stopped using scented detergent, that was a huge change for me. But then when I would be around people, or like even my mother-in-law, she was really sweet to like, when we go visit, she would wash our clothes for us, but the scent from the detergent would give me such headache that I couldn't wear it. And it also tripped me out that like I'm real bad at unpacking, so I would unpack like 3 weeks later and my clothes would be like covered in that. I'm like, what is causing it to stay on there so long? Like, what is in it to make it, and that kind of scared me.
Yeah.
So that's, I was like, oh, I got to get rid of some of this stuff.
So yeah, Jessica was mentioning, because laundry is like the real big thing for people, that they just want their clothes and their sheets, whatever, to smell good. So we have wool dryer balls, and they come in a pack of 3. And what I do is just take, this one's lemongrass, but you can, whatever scent you like, you just put a few drops on there towards the end of your dryer cycle. And it just puts a really nice, it's light. It's not overpowering. Although one lady did tell me, she's like, how many drops of essential oil should I use? And I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5. And she said, so 50 might be too many. Yeah. I was like, maybe. She said, yeah, it kind of smelled up our whole house. I was like, I bet it did.
So when it's like scent, like when I was mopping too, because on wood floors, you usually do lemon. So I would do that on my wet mop.
I do that too.
Like a lemon essential oil or lemongrass.
Uh-huh. And there's a consultant on my team who cleans houses. And so she, like, her customers were like, did you even clean the bathroom? It doesn't smell like, I don't, what that stuff that you put in the toilet that like makes it smell like something. I said, get some essential oil and drop it in the toilet water. Like they'll never know. So, there's ways to get around it. And I'm kind of like Jessica, where I really missed the scent in my laundry at first until after I had been using Norwex detergent about a month, and I went down the laundry aisle at Walmart, like cutting through to get to the other side. And like, it was so strong, like it gave me a headache. And so I thought I was missing it until I was exposed to it again. And then it was too much for me. Oh, we've got someone else coming in. Let's see. Somebody in the waiting room.
Is it Christy?
Yeah, it's Christy.
Yeah, she said she was trying to get on earlier and was having problems. I told her to come on and try again.
Yeah, definitely. The more the merrier. Awesome. So Sarah, I mean, that's definitely very common. You are not alone in wondering about clean scents. There are ways to get a cleaner, like safer scent without the harsh chemicals. So
What also bothered me is like, I started with Norwex kind of when Arabella was tiny. And then also like, you know, I have this newer baby now, and there are certain things that you're not even supposed to be in the room with. So if I'm not even supposed to go in a bathroom that's been cleaned with a chemical, like how bad is it really? If they don't even want you breathing it, let alone touching it, or, you know. And then I think about my tiny baby now is all over the floor, crawling like that. Do I want her rolling around like stuff? And, you know, that's just kind of what had me changing over.
Yeah. Yeah, because this is one fact that Bonnie mentioned when I went to my very first party, that our skin is our largest organ, and a lot of chemicals are soaked into our skin within the first 26 seconds of contact. And so when we think about like our fabric softeners and our dryer sheets, like those are on your skin all day, really. So there's definitely ways to get safer scents if you really do miss that, you know, as you switch over. Okay, so we've got all of this here. Like, I mean, I have not added up how much money it would cost to have all this under your kitchen sink, but it would be a lot. Yeah. And then like, I mean, they're consumable, so you have to replace them. Some of them more than others, but some of those we would go through pretty quick. Like the Glass Plus here, like the Windex, when I would clean my sliding glass door, I feel like I used half a bottle every time, just because it was so dirty.
We
What,
go through about 3 of those every month.
the dishwasher detergent? Yeah.
As
okay.
far as like the glass cleaner and stuff, I will say this about my husband. Y'all all know my husband. And he is not one of those jump on the bandwagons, get all excited about something. But the man loves him some Enviro cloth and the dry cloth. What is it called?
Yep, the window cloth.
Window cloth, thank you. In a car. So if I say, oh, I'm going to clean the windows, make sure you get an Norwex. Or if I'm going to clean the windows in the house or the mirrors, the man is sold, if nothing else, on the mirrors and windows for Enviro and window cloth. And it's the cleanest ever for windows. Even Sydney, she's over here going, because when I make them clean the windows, I'm like, get the Norwex rag, get the 2 Norwex rags, nothing else.
Yep. And that's what got Brant Mitchell too. And he gives me such a hard time. I've been doing like a consultant for 3 years, and he still gives me a hard time about Norwex, but he's the same way. Hey, I need my truck windows cleaned. So,
Yep.
And just,
also hunt clothes,
huh?
the hunting clothes with the detergent, you know, it's scent free.
Yep. And I remember Blake, Jessica, kind of being the same way, like real skeptical. And then it was the car windows that got him.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that. So, all right. So we can go from our kitchen sink looking like this, or under our kitchen sink, to these 5 products. And there's actually 6 in the picture, but the bag and then the blue one, that's our powdered detergent or our liquid laundry detergent. So you can replace over 80 chemicals 80 of those supplies with just 5 products. And they come together. You can buy each of them individually, but this is kind of our Norwex like easy button. It's called the Safe Haven 5 because it comes with our top 5 selling products. And you can choose when you order it between the powdered detergent or the liquid. Personally, I'm kind of partial to the powdered detergent just because that's what I started with. So that's what I'm used to using. But the liquid is really fantastic too. So there's a couple little facts I like that they put on the side. One of them is the one that we talked about, the cord blood with newborns, how there's over 200 chemicals in their cord blood. Another one has the over 85,000 chemicals are in use. And Jessica, I think this is one that you've always kind of talked about that you like kind of got you. 51,000, more than 51,000 trees are cut down daily for North America's paper towel habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was one thing that was not even in that picture, like of all the supplies, like is the paper towels. So, I mean, how much money do you go through just in paper towels?
We're not gonna talk about that.
Right.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, Bonnie,
But you gotta have them.
you do.
Especially if you got pets.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, we have ours back here, but we, so like during the pandemic, you know, there were no paper towels anywhere. And we had been to Sam's January of last year, bought the big thing from Sam's. We did not have to buy more paper towels until the middle of August. So that was pretty nice to not have to worry about that. So Bonnie sent a message, I just saw it. When we were talking about the smell, if something is actually clean, it doesn't have a smell, walk outside and take a big sniff. Our air is clean. Product smell is manufactured. Yeah, so the smell that we usually think of as being clean is things that are added to the products. But it is hard. We are like,
It's hard to get rid of that smell.
it is like our brains are just trained from a very, very young age. Like you got to have that smell.
So is the detergent free and clear?
It is, yes. And I'll show you in a minute, like all the things that it does not have in it. It's free of a lot of stuff. Okay, so when you get the Safe Haven 5, it comes with the EnviroCloth and the window cloth. These are the ones that Jennifer was talking about, like to clean the car windows. Then we have our dusting mitt, cleaning paste. And this is our bag of detergent. And there is actually a way that you can, Arabella, sorry, we have another show stealer. Hey, Arabella. You're
That's
four.
Look at her.
Oh my goodness.
We haven't seen her in a very long time.
I know.
Love you.
I love you.
Bye. Oh my gosh. I can just hear her up. So this detergent right here, we actually have a way to get it on sale this month. So we'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the party. But all of these products come packaged together. When you buy our products in packages, there is some savings involved. So when you're scrolling through the catalog, our packages start, let's see, this is our really pretty new catalog. I love it. It's like a magazine. Our packages start on page 68, and there's a couple pages of them. They go all the way from the basic package, which is these 2 cloths, all the way up to, I mean, you might as well just join and become a consultant and get everything because it's such big packages. But we have over 20 different packages in the catalog. I counted them up the other day. So lots and lots of really good deals and really good savings. Okay, so now is the time to start making your wish list. Like, what is it you want to get? Our first product is, Woody is stuck somewhere, Elizabeth, I think. No, so like
Woody.
scratching on the door. Oh no, Brantley Gray's awake. Yay.
Oh, yay.
Yay. That's okay. We might have another show stealer. Okay, so this is our EnviroCloth. This is our #1 selling product. Brantley, are you going to come visit? And this is kind of the product that got Norwex started. So Norwex started in Norway over 25 years ago, and it started with this cloth. Norwex actually stands for the Norwegian experience.
Look at his face.
You
He's
see
adjusting to the light. Sorry.
Look, Jen, and look,
Hey, baby.
and Jesse. He's like, what are
Hey.
you doing?
It's
Hey,
He
are
said
you
it's
gonna
so
go
bright.
lay back down? Yeah, it's not nap time. Look, it's dark outside.
it's darkened.
He says it's darkened outside. It's still darkened. How you go lay down and Mama come wake you up in the morning in just a few minutes. Yeah.
Fairly
So
great.
Jen, can you get me a catalog?
Yes, I can get you a catalog.
Arabella.
Yes, we can get you a catalog, and I have some little sample sizes of these that we can get out to if we need to. You know, if you want to kind of try before you buy. So, and I'm gonna actually send Jennifer at the end of the party a link that has like the digital catalog and all that in it too. Okay, so the EnviroCloth, this, you just use it with water. Very, very dense. This is the one that you can stretch from Canada to the Gulf of Mexico, holds 7 times its weight in water. And it has that backlock technology that we were talking about, the microsilver, so it's self-purifying. I'm gonna show you this quick video and then I'm gonna do a little demo for you. Daddy went night-night. Oh, wait, hold on. Well, what was it? I don't know. It does have a nice beat. Okay, so you probably saw some things in there that looked familiar, like that could be happening at your house. So this is, it says here, everything. Like you can clean floor to ceiling, every room in your house.
Say night night.
Yeah, to bed. All righty. Okay, so let's see here. Oh, we got a chat. Oh, Jessica has to get everybody in bed. So she's gonna watch the ending on the recording. Oh, Jennifer, Jessica said it was great to see you.
Oh, hi, friend.
I know, I hate she couldn't stay, but I get it. All right, so here are some just quick before and afters of using just the EnviroCloth and water. The leather one here, that's actually a friend of mine who became a consultant on my team. Her husband walked by the Scentsy warmer and knocked it onto their leather couch. And yeah, she scraped off the big chunks and then she was able to get the rest of it off with the EnviroCloth and water. And the toilet over here, I mean, if you've got boys in your house, right? And that's with a glow light shining on the toilet. And then cleaning it with just the EnviroCloth and water. I like the one in the middle here with the handprint on the cloth, even though it's nasty. I did something like this very similar in my classroom, cleaned all the desks with the Lysol wipes and then went back and did this and it looked just like that. And that was a really good reminder that just because it was cleaned with the wipes doesn't mean those desks were actually clean. So, all right, we're gonna stop sharing just for a minute because I wanna show you this demo. Huh? I gotta do the chicken first.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, so this cloth, kind of the nastiest thing that people think about cleaning, raw chicken when you are cooking in the kitchen and you get that chicken juice and it's like everything shuts down so that you don't get that chicken juice everywhere else. So I'm gonna take some raw chicken. We had chicken for supper earlier. And I'm just gonna wipe it right on here, teacher with my whiteboard. And I'm not sure, Jennifer, is that like, can you kind of see the glare where it's wet right there? Maybe?
No.
Not really. It's kind of dependent on how the light shines on it, but y'all saw me.
Oh, I do see it right there. Don't move.
Okay, don't move. Okay,
Right
So-
above your hand. I can see the wet.
Okay.
Yep, don't move.
I know it's kind of dripping.
You're moving.
Okay, so I'm gonna clean with our.
Hold on, can you, Lindsay, hold on just a moment. I got a call coming in. I can't see you. Hold on just a
Okay,
second.
okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah, because I don't want you to miss this. This is the good.
How do
stuff.
you get back? Oh, okay. Figured it out.
You got it? We good?
Got it.
Okay. Oh gosh, it's about to drip on my hand.
Oh, it's juicy.
Oh,
But I mean, that's like real life, right? Because we're like, chicken juice. Okay, so I'm gonna use the like tag side of the cloth just so you can see, like, I'm not trying any magic here. Like, it's all the same side of the cloth. So I've got it folded flat because when you fold it like this, that really gives you 8 different cleaning surfaces. You can unfold it and then flip it over, and you have all those cleaning surfaces instead of just wadding up a bunch of paper towels. So, and when you get it flat like this, that gives you, real good surface contact with whatever it is that you're cleaning. So here I've got protein swabs. These are the same things that are used. I'll let you do it in a second. These are the same things that are used in like restaurants with the health department to see if their kitchens are actually getting clean. We have, okay, let's see, green, good, no bacteria, or I'm sorry, no protein. The darker we get down here, not so good. And so the reason we're talking about protein is because if we were going to do a bacterial test, we'd have to like wait 72 hours for the bacteria to grow. And I mean, I love y'all, but we don't need to stay on Zoom 72 hours. So these are instant. These will give us instant results. And protein is smaller than bacteria. So if the cloth can pick up those tiny protein particles, it's also getting the bacteria. And bacteria also needs protein to be able to replicate. Okay, so Elizabeth's going to do this for us. There you go. Just rub it like right there in the middle where I did. Yep. Okay, now stand up so everybody can see what you're doing.
It's not magic, bro.
It's not magic, it's Norwex. That's a good slogan too. It's not magic, it's Norwex. Okay,
You have a beautiful model.
I know. She's my second generation Norwexer. Okay, show, you don't even have to shake it, show them.
Wait, did you do the cloth?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, she was paying good attention. Okay, so we see there that it's like, it turned green immediately. There is no chicken juice left on that whiteboard. Okay, so we were talking earlier about how the cloth is so dense that it's gonna hold everything in there. And so if I were to take this, now that I've cleaned this chicken and use it somewhere else in my kitchen, I'm not gonna be spreading that chicken nastiness everywhere. So I'm gonna wipe, see, we got the tag side here, so it's still the same thing. And it's still green. So that chicken juice is stuck in this cloth until I rinse it out in a few minutes and hang it up to dry. And I mean, imagine leaving, raw chicken out, it's gonna smell pretty quickly. Tomorrow morning, this cloth is not gonna smell. Yeah, Jen, I mean, that face, right? Like, but it's not gonna smell tomorrow morning. Okay, so this is our everything cloth, the Enviro cloth. Oh yeah, here, show them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
because a lot of people are like, maybe it is magic. Maybe your swab never turns
this
purple.
is real chicken. I would bite it. But
Yeah, what?
it's
Ew,
raw.
no.
Okay, so
Okay, oh gosh, it's turning purple.
it's turning to purple
It-
chicken.
It turned the chicken juice in the dish purple. Okay, and see, it's already starting to turn that darker color. So it does turn purple, I promise. Ugh, gross. Oh my gosh, look how, I think this is the fastest I've ever had it changed like that dark. Ugh. Okay, So that is our EnviroCloth Everything cloth, but it has a partner, and this is the one that Jennifer was talking about with, yes, with the, I know y'all don't need to see my Egypt notes. Hold on, I'm trying to share my screen and I about showed
The
you
Mediterranean.
what, I don't know
Sea.
what just happened. Hold on. That is not what we need. Oh, I love Zoom. Let's see what's going on here. Why is
I
it?
wish I had had these rags when Sydney was on chemo.
Yeah.
As much as I had to clean and dust, and there is a germ in dust called aspergillus,
I've heard-
and it is deadly to people that are on chemo because their immune system is zero. And so if they have that germ in their body and it is found in dust and they get an infection from it, it is highly deadly. Like it can kill them. And so I had to dust and clean every day, and like the dust on our gravel road. And I just think back now, I guess being here at St. Jude,
Yeah.
if I had had these rags when she was on chemo, how great it would have been.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and even just, and of course, this is not the case with every cancer, but removing those many toxins from your home, you know, how many people might not get cancer, or, you know, it just might help improve things. So, and there's like so many different health issues that can come from these chemicals, asthma and eczema and all sorts of things.
And then I also just thought about Sydney had salmonella when she was an infant, and we're pretty sure it came from us having raw chicken wool, and then it got on our hands or cross contaminated, or somebody, she wasn't eating it, but somehow it got on us and we didn't get it all the way or clean it or who knows what.
Mhm.
And she had salmonella when she was 8 weeks old. So
My gosh.
Yep.
Ooh. Well, and especially with her being so little, it could be something that wouldn't affect us at all.
Yeah.
But with her little system, just couldn't
Yeah.
handle it. So Sarah was asking about washing the cloths. This is where a lot of people ask that question. Okay, you just cleaned raw chicken. Like, are you really going to clean other stuff? So it all depends on your comfort level. I mean, really, there's not necessarily a right or wrong answer. If you feel like at this point you need to throw it in the laundry, do that. Okay. Usually what I do, if I'm doing like a real deep clean of my house, you know, on the weekend or whatever, I'll save the bathrooms for last, do the toilet very last, and then throw the cloth in the laundry. I mean, you certainly could clean everything, clean the toilet, you know, rinse this out real good and hang it up to dry and do it all over again. Just me personally, that's the toilet is kind of where I draw the line, and I throw it in the wash. But if you want to wash this, you know, every time you clean chicken, go for it. But in the meantime, before it goes in the laundry, we kind of talked about, you know, rub it together, agitate it, rinse it out real good. The hot water opens up the fibers, rubbing it together opens up the fibers. And it'll just help all of that kind of rinse down the drain. And then whatever's left will be purified with the microsilver. So with the window cloth, the only thing I wish about this window cloth is that they would change the name, because it's not just for windows. It's anything that you want to have a streak-free, real glassy, glossy shine to it.
So you couldn't use the EnviroCloth on windows?
You do. So you clean
Oh,
with, yes, you clean with the EnviroCloth wet, and then this is like your polishing cloth.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes, great question. Like peanut butter and jelly. Elizabeth, what do you want? Ernie, peanut butter and Nutella. Elizabeth used to love to put peanut butter and Nutella on bread together. All right, so this right here is what, like the dog licking the window. This is what sold me when I very first bought my very first Norwex ever. I got the household package. It was the EnviroCloth, the window cloth, and our dusting mitt. And so when it came in the mail, I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. You know, I paid good money for this. I'm not going to let it just sit and do nothing with it. And that's, a lot of people do that because they're scared they're going to mess it up. But y'all, you really can't mess up these cloths. There's only two things you can do that'll mess them up, and I'll tell you that in a minute. But we used to have a real big sliding glass door. The dog would slobber everywhere on it. It was so nasty. Like half a bottle of Windex, half a roll of paper towels, and it took forever to clean it. I went through with the EnviroCloth and window cloth, 5 minutes for the inside and the outside together. And that was it. Brant walked in and he was like, what'd you do to the window? Like, so let me show you. Okay, so, you know, we're all familiar with kids and smudgy fingerprints, dog noses on windows. Huh? You're gonna lick it? What? Why are you licking it? Yeah, you're not a kid. You don't need to be licking windows.
I'm a teenager.
All right, so I put my greasy fingerprints with butter on the glass. Elizabeth, are you gonna clean it or am I gonna clean it? I'm gonna clean it, I guess. Okay, so think about like with paper towels and Windex, you know, how much are you gonna have to go through to get rid of that? With Norwex, it's one wipe with the EnviroCloth, go through with the window cloth, and it's just spotless. I have stainless steel here. You can use it on that. Anywhere, like my glass stovetop, I clean that with the window cloth and the EnviroCloth and window cloth all the time. Bathroom mirrors, Jennifer was mentioning the inside of car windows because those are always streaky and you never see the streaks until you're done cleaning and then you're driving right into the sunset.
Yes.
Then you can't see anything. And this lasts longer because it removes all the stuff that the dust is going to stick to and that the grime is going to stick to. So you're not going to have to clean those car windows nearly as often is what I have kind of found. All right, so that's Bert and Ernie. The dusting mitt. So Jennifer, you were talking about like dust and how dangerous it really can be. And dust is really kind of nasty too, because it's like all our skin cells. And then when you're spraying all these spray chemicals into the air, a lot of people don't think about that binds to the dust. And so even if you think you've gotten all the chemical residue up, it's in your dust and then that settles everywhere and you're still breathing it in. So the dusting mitt. When you use the dusting mitt, you are not going to have to dust nearly as often. So I'm a Swiffer fan before Norwex, like the Swiffer duster. It really just like even that just pushes stuff up into the air. It doesn't actually really get rid of it. This dusting mitt works with static electricity. Let's see, I've got one here, not in the package. So when you use it, you rub it together like this and that charges it. And it's going to attract the dust to it. But I have to show you all this video because I think there's a before and after. You can use it wet or dry. I think this is the cutest video. I love it. Okay, I think that's so cute. I love the little dust bunnies.
I like it when they're taking the rubber brush and the bunnies are jumping off of it.
Yeah, I know. I think it's so cute. So let's see. It's kind of hard to show, like kind of hard to demo the dusting mitt just because it's kind of hard to see dust. But I've got chili powder. I was going to use cinnamon, but couldn't find it. So it's strong smelling. But you take your dusting mitt, like I said, just kind of charge it up. I know people who get 2 of them so they can go around their house like two-handed cleaning and get it done even faster. But you just take and just swipe and it's all caught right there. Just that fast and easy. And then you can take our rubber brush and brush it outside or over the garbage. If you don't have the rubber brush, this can go in the washing machine. You can just rinse it out under the sink real good if you need to. This has our back lock in it as well. So as you're going through with the microfiber, it's, you know, removing the bacteria, removing all that nastiness, and it's self-purifying. So if you do happen to get something kind of nasty, you know, dust it up, rinse it out, hang it up to dry, and you'll be good to go. Beach people, Jennifer, you like to go to the beach. Take this with you and it gets all the sand off your feet and your legs. I can't
I'm
remember.
going to the beach in a few weeks, so I need to remember that.
There you go. Yeah, I couldn't remember if I had ever told you that or not.
I have heard that.
Yeah, so very, very quick and handy, and you're not going to have to dust nearly as often when you dust with that because it actually removes the dust instead of just throwing it back up into the air. Okay, so cleaning paste. I wish Jessica was still with us because I remember I went to a party at Jessica's house before I was a consultant. She was hosting a party, and I remember that Blake got, I can't remember if you were there, Jennifer, for that. He found this little silver thing that, I don't know, it had been his grandma's, I think, and he started cleaning it with the cleaning paste, and they never knew it had an inscription on it until they, so like they had cleaned all the tarnished stuff off of the silver. All righty, so I got all my stuff set out here. Elizabeth, you're gonna do this one, right?
How many years have you been doing this, Lindsay?
So I signed up right after Brantley Gray was born. So November, let's see,
18, 19.
I signed up November of 2018. So I'm about to start my 4th year.
Okay, so I got this Safe Haven 5
Uh-huh.
along with all the other stuff when I was the host, and that cleaning paste, and I use it. Like, I don't not use it. I still have that same tub. That's how far a little bit goes a long way.
Oh yeah, like as a consultant, I wish they sold like much, much smaller containers because I don't,
Nobody's ever going to rebuy that from you.
yeah, like I have not had a repeat cleaning paste customer yet.
It
Because
lasts.
nobody's run out of it. So I don't,
Yeah.
Bonnie's been a consultant longer than me. Maybe had a repeat customer on it, but I still have mine from when I was a customer before I was a consultant.
It
And
lasts forever, and I use it.
we just use mine, like I have one at school. Actually, my original one is at school because we have lots of little graffiti artists this year. And so I had one of my travel enviros there, and we got some paint pen off the bathroom wall.
Nice.
I can't show the before picture because it's like some real choice words. I mean, I guess I could.
It
But-
was.
Huh?
It was very bad.
I didn't show you.
The ones last 2 years ago were pretty bad.
Oh, well, yeah, when Elizabeth was
Were
in
they
6th grade.
worse? Because there's no worse words that I can think of.
Yeah, well,
But I'm also.
there's words you don't know. Okay, wait, hold on, Elizabeth. Okay, so the cleaning paste is basically elbow grease in a jar. Anywhere that you need a little bit of like just extra oomph when you're cleaning. So it comes in the jar, it's hard. It's part of it is made out of marble flour. So it's hard. And a lot of people, when they first get it, they say, my cleaning paste dried out. Like, I think it's old. No, it becomes a paste when you get your cloth wet and rub on there. Okay, so Bonnie said she's on her 2nd jar. She loans it out, but she's still using her original cloth for 4 years. So
I think
that's
they should
pretty
do
cool.
something special with the cloths.
All right, so the cleaning paste, like I said, real good for like paint, pen, and Sharpie if you have little graffiti artists even around your house, getting crayon off of walls and off of cabinets when you have 3-year-old Brantley Gray doing his artwork. So I have saved a lot of money cleaning shoes for the kids because, you know, when you get these like Vans and Converses, you don't just want to throw them out if they start looking ratty, but like on the little rubber part here, Elizabeth, go ahead and like,
Or like running shoes.
yeah, well, so show them how nice and clean it'll get. Oh my gosh, okay, yeah, do that. That's good because that shows the difference.
That's not the clean paste?
No, that's the white part of the
Oh
shoe.
my.
So she thought that that white part there was the cleaning paste, like residue on there. No, that's like the clean part of the shoe. That's what the shoe is. Now, guess what? If you want to wear these shoes, you have to clean the rest of them because part of them's clean.
Gee, thanks, Mom.
She said, I went back there and I said, do you have any shoes? Because I did Brantley Grays earlier and they're not dirty yet. So now she gets to clean her own shoes. Yay.
I mean, I could have had like a full-on demo with the soak and with my
Like,
lawn clouds.
Elizabeth, I think she had an ulterior motive there.
I got you. Yeah, we should have done a laundry detergent demo. She like with her running shoes from yesterday and today. All right, so let me see.
Clean these.
Yeah, this is our next project.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's just from today.
yeah. So, okay, we've been wondering about how to clean the cloths. Like I said, we have liquid detergent and we have powder detergent. But if you, for whatever reason, don't buy the Safe Haven 5 or just even the laundry detergent, find a detergent that is free from fillers, because all of those things that are in other detergents are going to coat the fibers of your cloth, and then the microsilver won't be as effective because the fabric softener or the fillers in the detergent will be on the cloth instead of the microsilver being able to get to the bacteria.
Hey,
Wash-
show them a size of the scoop that you use for like a full load of y'all's laundry.
Okay, I'll grab that in just a second.
Okay.
So wash it with lint-free laundry, because that picture that I showed at the very beginning, like with the little star-shaped ends on it, if you wash it with other laundry that has a lot of lint, like other towels, that microfiber is going to do its job and it's going to soak up all that lint. And again, it will coat the fibers and the microsilver won't be as effective. So I mentioned a minute ago, there's two things like we kind of can't come back from if it gets with your cloths. Number one, bleach. Bleach is really, really toxic, and it will basically like melt the fibers of the cloth. So microfiber is made out of plastic. I did not know that when I very first started, but it's actually made out of plastic, and a lot of Norwex microfiber is made out of recycled plastic, which is really cool. But the bleach will degrade those fibers. And again, fabric softeners and dryer sheets are really, really toxic and are just going to coat your cloths. But bleach is kind of the one thing we can't come back from. And also because it is plastic, you can't wipe off like a hot stove. It'll melt. Jessica learned that one from experience. It will melt if you wipe a hot stove. Don't use it like a pot holder because it'll melt. Yeah, so just kind of little tidbit there. So according to the EPA, the following is a list of chemicals, and we won't go through all those chemicals, but most of them are not tested together, like what happens when they put all this in your dryer sheet or your fabric softener. But like pancreatic cancer, upper respiratory tract problems, gastrointestinal problems. And so like these are the things that we're putting on our laundry to make it smell good. And to make it soft. Norwex doesn't have any of those things. In fact, there's over 2,000 chemicals that Norwex will not put in any of their products. It's their no-no list. So we don't have phosphates, phthalates. A lot of those things can lead to like reproductive issues, things like that. Fragrances, there's no ammonia, there's no optical brighteners. And this was a big one, like for Brant to get around with his white t-shirts. So if you think things are clean, they might not be. It's an optical illusion. There, like a lot of detergents have optical brighteners in them to make your whites look whiter, right? That's in the commercials, make your whites look whiter. They're looking whiter. They're not actually clean and whiter. There's no chlorine, dyes, fillers, or bleach in them. So Jennifer was mentioning the scoop that we use. So there's a scoop that comes in the bag. Throw it away when you get this. Just don't even bother with it. So it tells you on the back, like how much to use, cross that off. And here's why. This is sold around the world. We are a global company, and there are a lot of places in the world that don't have the water quality that we do in America. And so I use, let me grab my detergent. So I put mine just into a separate container just because it's easier, I think, than the bag. And also, if I don't have the bag with the directions on it, then nobody else in my family will try to use that much detergent. So I use a teaspoon of detergent.
And this is why I asked you to show, because when you look at the price of it, it's like, holy cow, that's kind of high.
Yes.
But when you look at how much she uses for a whole load
Yes,
in the grand scheme of things, it's really not.
right. That's a great point. Because it says on the bag that it does 100 loads if it's an HE washer. It's actually closer to 150 loads. And if I do a smaller load, I might only use like half a teaspoon. Now, if you have harder water, you might need to use a little bit more, but it's still incredibly cost effective. This bag, I mean, it lasts forever because it doesn't have all of that other stuff in it. It doesn't have all the fillers and whatever. So whatever is in this bag is basically just like pure cleaning power. So you don't need very much at all.
So people with really sensitive skin can use that.
Absolutely. So Brantley Gray had really bad eczema. Thankfully, he has outgrown most of it. It flares up every once in a while, but he had really bad eczema. And by the time he was born, I was using the Norwex detergent, and I cannot imagine what it would have been like for him if he would have had all of those other things. Oh, you remember how bad that was? Like, yeah, like we had to go see a dermatologist because his chin was so raw. I actually, he drooled so much, I tied, or I safety pinned an Enviro cloth around his neck because they're so absorbent. Like that's what I used for his bib. But yes, this is excellent for people with really sensitive skin.
Yeah, like with Charles, we have to use like all free and clear. We can't use, regular like scented
Mhm.
fabric softeners or anything like that.
Yep. Yeah. So this would probably be really good for him. And yeah, Jennifer, I'm glad that you brought up about the like cost effectiveness of it. Because
Yeah,
it's really
when I
another
first
one.
saw it, I thought, dang, that's some expensive laundry detergent. And you see it, and it's not that big a bag.
No, it's
and-
really not.
But I went to Walmart and bought like $1, $2 pair of the measuring spoons and took off the teaspoon one and threw it in the bag. So
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, and you think like you go to Walmart or whatever and you buy like the big jug of, like the massive jug. And so then you see like this bag and it's heavy. It's not real big, but it's a kilogram. And so it's heavy. But you think there's no way, right? There's no way that that's going to last a long time. But, 3 or 4 bags maybe per year, depending on how many loads of laundry you do, if that really. So yeah, and I use it like in the sink. Like when I soak Elizabeth's running shoes, I'll put some in the sink and soak it. And you really don't need hardly any when you're soaking in the sink because that's not even as much as a full load of laundry. And you can mix it up into one of our spray bottles. You can put like 1/4 teaspoon for 8 ounces of water and use it as an all-purpose cleaner as well. Okay, so talking about like sensitive skin, what would you want on your family's skin? If it's your largest organ and those chemicals are getting soaked in, like, within 26 seconds, even the one over here on the right, and I'm not sure how well it shows up for y'all, but you can see down at the bottom, it's not even all dissolved in there. And that's the one that's supposed to be like for the free and clear and delicate and all that. The one on the left is the Norwex. I mean, you can see like how clear it is. You can just see right through it. And then we won't even talk about that blue one in the middle that used to be my favorite.
Yep, me too.
Yep. That smells real good. But then like I got to thinking, okay, what does like a misty mountain meadow, like what does that actually smell like? Does that, like if I were standing in a misty mountain meadow, would it smell like my laundry detergent? All right. So, and I know I'm skipping some of these videos, but they will be in the link that I'm going to send Jennifer, but just in the interest of saving time. But they'll all be in the link that I'm going to send Jennifer that she can send to y'all. Okay, so Sarah, here we go. This is your jam right here. The mop system. This is the most like coveted thing in our whole catalog. Up until we got our sheet set, this is the most expensive thing in the catalog, and everybody wants the mop. So there's 3 different ways. Oh, well, we'll talk about the ways you can get the mop in a minute. I want to show you all this video because this really, like this consultant who did this, she does such a good job of getting so much information into a pretty quick video.
I'm Norwex Senior Executive Sales Leader, Caressa Crandall. When I ask people what they think of their current mop system, no one's really in love. Whether they're carrying around a bucket of dirty mop water or using a disposable pad system or even down on their hands and knees mopping Cinderella style, they all have the same complaints. Floors are too hard to clean, they never really look that good, and they're concerned about the products that they may be using around their families. Give me just a few minutes to help you fall in love with a whole new way of mopping. The Norwex Superior Mopping System comes with everything you'll need for clean, streak-free floors and none of the complaints about your old system. It comes with a dry pad that replaces your broom and a wet pad that replaces your traditional mop that uses just water. Everything else on our mop is designed intentionally as well. For example, our pole extends, which makes mopping accessible to any height and any ability level. When you're mopping, you'll just want to adjust the pole so that the ball comes to your nose. That way, the pressure is put on our lightweight, but really heavy-duty mop pole instead of on your back. You'll use your dry pad to pick up the dry debris, like dust, dirt, hair, and crumbs. You'll notice that our mop pad is strategically made longer than the head of our mop. That's so as I'm mopping, I can flip the edge up and dust my baseboards as I go. When I'm done with my dry mopping pad, I get the debris off simply by scraping it with our rubber brush into the garbage, hang it up, and it's ready to use for next time. Speaking of this ball, it's designed to get scuff marks out of your linoleum floors. Just give them a little rub and the scuff mark's gone. When I'm ready to mop, I simply dampen my wet mop pad just enough for those microfiber fingers to get ready to grab. And then it's going to do what all Norwex microfiber does. It's going to remove 99% of bacteria and grime off of the surface that I'm cleaning, but it's leaving my floors streak-free with no chemical product that's going to leave a residue or a buildup. That means no sticky, tacky feeling underfoot, and dust and dirt stay away longer because they're not attracted back to the chemical residue. If I'm mopping and I don't want to leave a wet mop pad on the floor, this little hook is made to hang. So I can leave my mop, I can go do what I need to do, and I can come back and it's ready to use again. I warned you that I might make you fall in love with the Norwex mop, and now you're probably thinking about that old system at home that you don't want to go back to. Sounds like the perfect time to host a party. With Norwex, every month is Mop Month. Because our host rewards are so generous, most hosts are able to earn their mop for free or heavily discounted just by hosting a party. You know your friends don't love the way that they're mopping at home either, so invite them over and let me show them the Norwex love. Better yet, our consultant starter kit comes with a mop of your own, so you can join me in the mission of sharing Norwex and creating safe havens and helping others to fall in love with their mop.
All right, so she had a lot of information right there, like in that
I had
video.
no idea that was a hook.
I know.
Yeah, me.
Mind blown, right? Okay, so she talked about 3 ways to get the mop. Like you can just buy it. Okay, that's totally an option. And Sarah, you already have a couple pieces for it, so you're off to a great start. Jennifer got her mop like during Mop Month, I think, wasn't it, Jennifer? Like it was part of the dog is so loud. But it was part of her host reward package. But when you host a party, you get money, a percentage of the sales to spend on whatever you want. So it's like your own little shopping spree. hey, Elizabeth, come let Woody out. Sorry, y'all. But it's like your own shopping spree. And so I have had several hosts get it completely free using that shopping spree money. Or you can put, hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. Woody, come on. All right, it's like real life, right? So you can get it heavily discounted if you don't get it for free. And also when you sign up as a consultant, and we can talk more about that, like if your wish list is getting longer and longer and longer, 35% discount on everything that you purchase as a consultant, you know, that's a pretty good deal. That's a really good discount. So we can talk more about those options, just kind of keep them in the back of your mind. So she mentioned that it's a whole, oh, go ahead, Sarah.
How much is it?
It is, I want to say like 112 for the whole system. Well, for the parts that she showed there, the 2 mop pads, the handle and the base, but you already have the handle and the base. So unless you just wanted to have like a second one, you know, you can buy the mop pads separately. So I'm trying
I
to,
don't think I have the base.
did it not come with, oh,
No.
maybe, hold on, maybe not, because you have the, I forgot, because you got the broom.
Rubber.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I don't know, we can talk about like what would be best for you, you know, like if you wanted to end up with 2 handles, like, because I do, you know, now that I got this one, the one she showed was like the blue and the green. That used to be the only color option, but now we have like this black one. And then there's like a rose gold one as well. So we can kind of talk about like what would be best, you know, for what you need and what you want. And the mop pad colors are a little bit different now than what she showed. But we also have, you know, if you have pets, the chenille mop pad. And Jennifer, you have this one, I
Yes,
think,
I do.
is really good for getting up pet hair and like my hair and Elizabeth's hair, because we all shed. The tile mop pad has like these,
I have that one.
do you have this one, Jennifer? I don't remember if you have this one or not, but it's kind of got like these little almost stiffer, kind of like silicone, like stiff silicone scrubbies in it. Give you a little extra scrubbing power. So this is what Jennifer was talking about that she uses to clean her really high ceilings. This is called our Enviro wand, and you can buy this just, you know, as is with the handle. Like when you buy it, it comes with the handle and the actual wand. It's got like the chenille on one side, and then this is like our dusting mitt on the other side. So what's really cool about this is you can bend it, like get up, you know, like on top of things. Or you can bend it, like whoever thought of this one was a genius. Like you can bend it twice to get over your fan, because like if you try to dust your fan, it just goes around in a circle. But like you can put it over this. So obviously, you know, most people are not going to be able to reach their fans like this. So the handle pops off. Let me put this down a little shorter. The handle or the end of the mop pops off real easy. And this just pops right on there. And actually the ceiling in my kitchen is not tall enough for me to put this up all the way, but I have vaulted ceilings in the living room and I can dust without even putting the mop handle up. I mean, it like, I feel like, I don't know, like a magician or something. So it's pretty tall. Like I don't even need Brant in here dusting. Jennifer, how tall are your ceilings or like your windows?
20 feet.
And you can do it with that?
Yes, I can get all the way to the top. I haven't tried the fans.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can reach the fans yet, but I can get to the very top. But see, like the molding at the top of the window is flush, but like, you know, we have those other windows up top that you can open if we could ever get up there. So I try to dust that little, I don't know, where they lock. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Y'all often in my house, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yep. Well, that's good to know. So basically like 20 feet.
Well, to the very top is 20. So to there's probably like 15, 16, something like that. So
Yeah.
at least, I mean, that all at least.
Hey, make Gerald do the fans. He's tall. Right? Surely he can reach it.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
So the newest part, like the newest attachment that we have to go on this is what Sarah got, is the rubber broom. And it's the same as our rubber brush that they showed like in the Dust Bunny video, like to get off of the dusting mitt. This is really good to get like pet hair off the sofa. She mentioned in the video cleaning like Cinderella style down on your hands and knees. I used to use this on my area rug to get the dog hair up out of the area rug, because we have a rainbow vacuum, but even using that didn't get up all the dog hair. And so this is really, really fantastic. If you have pets or even just human hair everywhere. The rubber brush, or the rubber broom, sorry, is the same thing, but it's just over twice the size of this. It has like this little squeegee side to it. So let's say you were outside in the garage and you spill some water, or even in the house, this will squeegee it up into a pile for you. And then this, I didn't clean it out after the last time I used it. So you can see how everything is just kind of attracted like right into the brush. Let me see if I can move the camera a little bit and show you the floor. So when you use this, you're gonna want, I'm trying to see like,
Go towards your stove. Go towards your stove. We can see.
there we
towards your-
go. Okay, yeah, it's kind of hard to see. So you want to use kind of like a pulling motion towards you. And I use it even just on my wood floor here, you know, to get up like the dust bunnies and the dog hair and all that. And then you can just kind of put it into a dust pan, or if it's just a little pile, like you can get your wet EnviroCloth and wipe it up with that. So if you're doing it like on a rug or like on the sofa, you know, just use a motion like where you pull it towards you, and it's going to work a lot easier than trying to kind of like push it away from you. So Sarah, have you had a chance to try it yet? Or have you just kind of been waiting and wondering?
I have not tried it.
Okay, no, that's fine. I was just wondering if you had tried it yet. So yeah, see if you can give it a try. Like, even if you don't have pet hair to clean up or anything like that, it's really good on like dust, or, you know, like if Cheerios or something spill, or even like on car seats, you know, you can use it like in the car to get things out too, or car, like floor mats, things like that. So lots of different options for it. And feel free to like text me too, you know, or call me if you have any questions about it.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So prize time, Sarah and Christy. I told Jennifer that we were going to do the prize like if we had 5 people, but y'all stuck with us till the end. So I am going to get a prize to you, some samples of different things to try to see if you like them. All right. So shopping. Jennifer, I'm going to send you this link so
Okay.
that you can send it out to people. When you click on it, it's got lots in here, lots of good information. So just like this whole section right here, these are the little like 1-minute videos that I showed you. This one about the mop is the one we just watched. There's a really good chicken demo that shows even a little bit more than what I did. And then when you scroll down, it's got our catalog here. Our September specials. Let's see. Okay, a chenille hand towel, some soap. I love the chenille hand towels. And they're really nice because they're not going to transfer. Like if someone washes their hands and dries them, let's say they don't get everything off when they wash them, and then you go dry your hands, they're not going to get their nastiness on you.
Is that the one that's like the kids?
There is a kids one,
Okay.
yes. That's like the mermaid, the dragon. I can't remember what all the other ones are right now.
Unicorn? Unicorn?
Yes, there is a unicorn. Maybe
I
like,
have them towels and I know what they are.
well, they put them a lot like on flash sales and special ones, so it's kind of hard to remember which ones are like.
There's a
specials.
gray one that keeps popping out in my head.
Which one?
A gray colored one for kids, I thought.
There was a shark.
A
Yeah,
shark. Okay.
Yep.
Was there an elephant?
there used to be, there was a kitten. I don't think we have the kitten anymore. There was a lion, a pig, and a bear. I don't
Okay.
think there's been an elephant.
Those are the ones I remember.
Yeah.
So-
And so like on this one though, let's say butterflies aren't necessarily your thing, but you love the color. All you have to do is flip it over to the other side. Yeah. And it'll be just plain blue on the other side.
On that duster, Lindsay,
Uh-huh.
that you were talking about cleans the fans.
Uh-huh.
Is there another attachment you have to have, or I should have everything for that, right?
You have everything for
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah, because
Okay.
you have the mop handle, but it also comes with, like, it'll come with a handle.
The hand. Okay.
Yeah, so if
I put that little handle back on it because in the camper, my big extension handle's way too big. So I put that little blue handle back on it and use that in the camper. But yes, you have everything you need for that right there in your hand.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And basically like this chenille hand towel and then the duster, I mean, it's the same material and they have the back lock in them. So when you, like, let's say you dry your hands on the hand towel, it's going to be self-purifying, which is really nice. The cute little hedgehog, this is an EnviroCloth. The gray one's the EnviroCloth, and then the hedgehogs right here are the window cloth. And these are smaller sizes than the regular ones. So really good for like kids to use those. And even like my mom likes them because they're not quite as big as the others. So just a little easier to use. And this little hedgehog over here is a dusting mitt. You can't see it in the picture, but it's got a little spot on the bottom side. And the bottom side is like this dusting mitt. And you can slide your hand in there,
Stick your hand up his butt.
basically. Yeah.
Only because it's Sarah and Christy.
I know. I was thinking it, you said it. So.
Yep. You know me.
Mhm. But he's really sweet.
Yeah, only my sister.
Pretty
Only.
much. Okay, we still have our masks on sale too. Buy one. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I gotta move this. Yeah, so buy one and then you get one of the same ones free. That's another really, really good sale. And then-
Question about the masks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so the ones that you have now, not Norwex, but just the other cute ones,
Uh-huh.
you have to wash those on a daily basis, pretty much is what they say.
Yes.
Do you have to wash these on a daily basis?
Again, that kind of depends on your comfort level.
Okay.
So the masks are made out of the window cloth material. And so they have the microsilver in them, which is really, really cool because as you are breathing, like the moisture from your breath is enough to activate the microsilver. So they're self-purifying, which is really cool.
Okay.
And so they are also, my mom's.
So if Sadie goes to school the whole week wearing the same one, they won't say.
No, and I mean, you can, and like what you can do is just rinse it out at night and hang it up to dry, like if that makes you feel better. And these also are proven, like tested, and some people are very sciencey, so they want all the data and whatever, but they are like tested to filter very, very tiny, small particles, more than just like what most masks that people are wearing. And they are also proven to reduce acne. So, a lot of people get bad acne where their masks are.
Question
Yes,
about the mask.
yes,
Hey, have you ever worn a palm cheese mask?
no.
They're awful.
Oh God, I love palm cheese.
No,
I
I feel like
can't
I'm
stand
stuck
the
in it
other
even every time I breathe.
I can't stand the I can't stand other ones because I sweat so bad in them. But the
Ah.
palm cheese you can breathe through. Can you breathe through these?
Yes,
Then he said, "Why don't we have these masks?" I said, "I don't know, because I didn't want to. buy masks, but I don't think we're ever getting away from them ever again.
I know. Well, and people have even been talking about like wearing these, like if they go out and cut the yard, like people with allergies, that it would really help with that. I know, like, I'm so glad they have them on sale, but then the other half of me is like,
I bought some at St. Jude today just because they got St. Jude all over them, and I'm thinking, well, we ain't ever getting rid of a mask, so.
I know. So like this is all I wear is the Norwex masks. And we were out at bus duty and it's like 100 degrees and I forget that I have my mask on.
Yeah, that's how
and
we
then-
get palm cheese. But these ones that they've been making us wear at St. Jude, it's the surgical blue on one side and white on the other, and they won't let you wear anything else. If you come in with something else, they hand you these masks. Oh, they're
And I
so
don't like, yeah. And these, like, I don't have mine right here with me. It's out in the car, but I'm pointing, like y'all can see what I'm pointing at, but like on the part that goes like here,
Yeah.
that's where the two sides are stitched together. And so it's not as bad about like when you breathe, like sucking in, like, or out, so.
Yeah, the palm cheese have that too.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I haven't used other masks because these came out. Norwex, like when this pandemic hit, they were like on the ball with it. And so by the time masks were mandated everywhere, this is what I had. So I haven't really tried, except like going to the doctor's office and they make you put on the ones we all hate. So we do have just like the one kid print right here. But I know some kids don't really like that. These are bigger, the other three, but like Elizabeth put hers in the dryer and it shrunk a little bit, or you could like twist the ears or the straps for the ears if you needed to make it a little smaller as well. So that might be something to consider. And then let's see real quick. Oh, we were talking about the laundry detergent. So right now, we have a spend and get offer. If you spend $99 or more, you can get the half size bag of the laundry detergent. So it would be 500 grams for only $8. It would normally, which we don't even normally sell that size, but I mean, half of the regular bag would be $15. So that's a really good deal right there. And also I'm doing my own special this month. Free shipping for any orders over $99. And it just so happens that the Safe Haven 5 is like $104 or $105. I can't quite remember. So if this was on your wish list, everything that I showed tonight, you can get free shipping on it. Plus, if you would get the big bag of detergent, and then you would also get a half size bag of detergent as well. Or you could get the Safe Haven 5 with the liquid laundry detergent and then get a half size bag of this. That would be a really good way to kind of try everything. So lots of different options there. I think that was all I was going to maybe show. Oh, the warehouse sale. And these are not necessarily retired products, but like the hand sanitizer is buy one, get one free. That's really, really good. These are the travel pack of EnviroCloths. So same thing I showed you, but a really good size, like for keeping in the car or keeping in your purse, that sort of thing.
Are they gonna come out with that lotion, the same scent again?
I don't know.
Oh God, I could eat that stuff. I love that
Yes,
stuff.
the sugar, what was it? The sugar plum? Is that what it was?
Sure, I don't know, but I have a little bit left in my bottle at my desk at work, and I just squirt the tiniest little amount because I don't want to use it up.
Well, I don't have any more, but I can check with some friends and see if they've got more. But like 2 Christmases ago, they came up with like a vanilla one, which I know you don't really care for vanilla. And then last year was the sugar plum one. So this year we should know pretty soon. I think it comes out in October, the holiday catalog. So we'll see. Fingers crossed for what they'll come out with. Maybe it'll even be better than the sugar plum.
Maybe so.
Maybe. So then there's some just information, like if you're kind of thinking like I've got a big wish list, maybe I'll do a party, or Like if you're thinking just even in the back of your mind, like, okay, like maybe being a consultant, I promise I will not become a crazy stalker person. Like my disclaimer, because I know everybody comes to these parties and they're like, oh my gosh, they're gonna want me to sell this stuff. Like Jessica that was on here a little bit ago, like she joined just for the discount. And that's fine. But like if you do sell, like if you want a little bit of extra side money, I mean, you get a 35% commission. So like that's pretty good compared to a lot of direct sales companies. So just kind of have it in the back of your mind. Like, and if you ask questions, I promise I will not be a crazy stalker. Like I went to,
Just let me know. I'll jump on her.
like I went to several Norwex parties and I was always like, I'm not a salesperson. Like no, I'm not going to sell it. Like I'll just buy it. I'm not a salesperson. And then I kind of got to thinking like, it's not so much like selling. I'm a teacher. And so I feel like I'm just educating y'all. And then like, if you decide to buy something, then that's awesome, you know, but I've like done my job as a teacher and educated. So that's kind of how I feel about like the selling part of it. And then we've got the link there for Jennifer's party. But if you want to do the, like $99 free shipping, I need to put your order in for you to do that. So, but like you can click there and just kind of browse around the website if you want to do that. So that was all that I had for y'all. Do you have any other questions? I know we've talked about a lot and I've kept y'all for, they say that we're supposed to do these parties in 30 minutes. Like, maybe I just talk too much. I don't know. But I feel like if we're just sitting and chatting and, you know, whatever, like, I don't know how you can do that in 30 minutes. So maybe if I was literally just me standing here talking, maybe I could talk real fast and do it probably, but that's no fun. So if we don't have other questions, like I can let y'all go. And then if you think of anything, because I know it was a lot of information. So maybe like tomorrow you'll be like, what did she say about, you know, whatever. You can text me, Jennifer can get you my number, or you can just message me on Facebook or whatever. So
Jen, are you going to post it on your page, the link, or where will we post it at?
Yeah, post it, Lindsay, on
can.
Facebook.
yeah, you
Okay.
can.
I can post it and I can also send it to you directly. So
Okay, that'll work.
Yep. So
Okay.
and I'll add, it's going to take this video a little bit like to download or whatever, but I'll get it added to this page that we're looking at right now too, so people can watch it.
yeah, and once you get it, and if it takes till tomorrow, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then send it to me and I'll put it on Facebook and then I'll send it to y'all directly too.
And like I said, you know, all these things right here are pretty much what we talked about in the video or in the Zoom anyway. So, all righty. Well, thank you all for sticking with us. I had fun.
Bye.
So for
All
my
right.
Y'all for having me.
Good night.
night, I'll talk to y'all later.
Night.
Bye.
All right.
This is our cover.